is the structural unemployment in young men across the Western world. Who has been disproportionately hammered by financialization, by DEI, by the repurposing of state public services? It's been young men. And it is those young men that are beginning to figure this out and reorganize themselves. That is the future
Yep.
of nationalism in the West, and it's just about to kick into gear for the reasons that you said.
Here is the chart. I found it. This came out, I guess, a couple
That's
days
so
ago.
crazy.
Right?
Yeah, I
so,
saw that.
So you can see that the new crop of young white men is more radical than your like, we're gonna get our guns and go out,
Yep.
boomers, you know?
Yeah. Something kind of interesting. There was this Pew Research article that I went over years ago on my show where it showed that we know that the more college educated a white person becomes, the more liberal they become. The more college educated a non-white person becomes, the less liberal they become.
Interesting.
I don't know why that is. I was thinking about like how young white people are becoming radical, and I was thinking about this James Lindsay speech. They're not going to be able to stop this. Previously, PragerU's of the world and the Daily Wires of the world that are all going under, by the way.
Yeah.
They were able to sort of get control of the narrative on the conservative right and sort of steer us away from the harmful, Nazi,
Limited hangouts
whatever.
is what they're called.
Right,
yeah.
right. Now they've lost complete control, and we've got stuff like this.
A lurch from our young people into Nazi ideology, into anti-Israel hate, into anti-Jewish sentiment, into racism like we have not seen in decades, maybe ever. How do we stop this?
These men that are being pushed out of the system, some of this is voluntary. Some of this is sort of a reversion to the mean. In other words, just this natural spiritual rejection to this false matrix that has captured everybody else. That's part of it. Part of it is also that they are the enemy of the state, that they are being marginalized, that they are being sacrificed for the fetishized minorities, for the demographic replacement that is the new power structure that's emerged. Okay, that's largely why they're radicalizing. On the other end, the baby boomers, for example, why are they not as radical? Because they're vested. They're vested in the legacy structure. I mean, they can bewail all they want, the Democrats or abortion or things of that nature, but ultimately they got a 401k. They want to collect their dividend check, man. And those in the government, it's even worse. If you want to climb in the university structure, if you want to climb in the Fortune 500 corporations, if you want to climb in the government, in the nonprofit space, in Hollywood, whatever, you have to assimilate into the leftist paradigm.
We were talking about, I don't remember, it was something that you said or a book that you had read about how the bosses of some kind of manufacturing plant no longer realized how the products were made.